Hey everybody, what's going on? Pastor E back here again with Let's Talk About It with Pastor E. I'm the host, Pastor Eric Brown. That's the government. Make sure you guys subscribe and share and like. Send people to the page. Let's get this page, get some more people interacting with us. Today, I wanted to just come in real quick and ask you, what do you see? I feel like our vision is off a little bit. We look at things the wrong way. We're looking at things from the wrong perception. So I'm asking you, what do you see or how do you see? My mom already said, hey, if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. So now, am I intentionally going to look for something? Because nobody's perfect. Nobody's squeaky clean. So if you go digging, you're going to find something. There's going to be a bone that's been dug somewhere, and it's going to come up. So I want to know, though, how do you see yourself? I'm still on that, even from our last podcast. But this time I'm saying, what are you looking for? How do you see? Because how you see, if we can change the way that you see, this is where we're going to begin to see better. Simple as this. Here we are. It's again as the holiday season. As a kid, my brothers and sister, we all would always run downstairs at Christmas time. And even before Christmas, we were always looking to see how big the box was. The box that was the biggest, we felt like that was going to be the best present. Or the box that was wrapped the nicest was the best present. And I'm sure some of you guys think the same way. When you see a gift, how it's wrapped, you're like, oh, that's going to be a great gift. That gift is, I'm going to save that one for last. So that's what you see, and that's what you think. That's your vision. Hey, I see this gift. It's got a bow on it. It's got some gold wrapping paper. It's got all this great stuff. Then as I got older, the best gifts for me was the small gifts. Because guess what? It wasn't about those big gifts. Some of the times you get that big old gift that ain't nothing but a big wheel. Little plastic, I'm showing my age, but yeah, the big wheel, didn't the wheel break after you ride it so many times? You think that was so great. But in the small gift, I used to get a card, and in that card used to be $15, $25, $50, whatever it was. And by the time it all added up, I walked out of Christmas with $350. We were more worried about, hey, how much money you got? Because the better gift is what I'm going to go buy, what I want to buy with the money. So it went from looking at it as the biggest gift or the ones that were wrapped the best to just, you ain't even got to give me a card. Just give me the money. You could just put the money in my hand. I didn't need the wrapping, all of the wrapping, because the wrapping just take time to get to the gift. Oh, man. The gift is not the wrapping. The gift is not the box. The gift is what's inside. And a lot of people, when you guys see yourself or looking at yourself, you're looking at the outer you. And sometimes the wrapping or the box is broken. It's ripped a little bit. And you think what's inside is worthless. So because of who you are, your shell, you see yourself as broken because what you've been through. You don't believe that you're a gift. But God's saying you're a gift to me. You're precious in my sight. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. But you don't believe. Because what you see when you look at you is something that's broken, something that's defective. You don't see the real gift inside of you. But today I want to help you just begin to see that gift. Because the gift was there when you was younger, when you had a dream. That dream that you had of who you were going to become, that dream that you had, where you were going to live, the family you was going to have, that's your gift. Now, it hasn't come to fruition because of all the outside interference that affected your life. So now on the outside, you're broken. You got scars, you got stretch marks, you got all kinds of things that go from the wear and tear of life. And it's affecting the gift that's inside. We pay attention to what's outside. We always looking at this person. Oh, this person got big lips or whatever. Now we trying to fix ourselves because your butt ain't big enough. You taking your belly out and put it in your butt. All kinds of different things to fix the outside, of what people see, to think that that's going to be a gift to the people. But it's really what's on the inside. It's your heart. It's what's going on internally that we want to see. What we pay attention to is always on the outside. But unless you get into a relationship, you're never going to see the gift of what's on the inside. Always what is better is on the inside. If I gave you a Twinkie, what's better, that filling in the middle or the outside sponge cake? Who knows? If you go a big back, you might say both. But it's always what's internally what's going on. So the gift that we all have is the Spirit of God, and it's on the inside. But the outside, the flesh, the wrapping of who we are, that's wrapping the gift is broken. Some people think it's a good gift. You've been with a man because you saw the outside. He got six-pack abs and dimples and all that stuff. Or you see this woman who's Coca-Cola shaped and all of that. And we go for the outside wrapping. But when we tear apart that wrapping, we find people who broken and beat us up. And, now you in domestic violence and all these bad relationships. Why? Because you paid attention to the outside wrapping instead of getting to what was really inside. What's making this person tick? You will find there's a show, it was called Power. And the dude Ghost, he's a handsome dude. I'm not homosexual or whatever, but I respect, he's a handsome dude. Pastor E handsome too. Sure, I ain't worried about that. But he's married to this woman. And these African-American black women were so mad. They like, why ain't messing with her? She ain't even pretty. And And they talking all this. And he said, she saved my life. She saved my life. So what? So she was a gift to him on the inside, who saw the gift in him on the inside. And that's why they together, because it was the gift. They're not paying attention to the outside. If he was paying attention to the outside, he probably could have almost every woman he wanted. But he wants that one. Why? Because of her inside. Why he paying attention to the outside? We're the shallow ones that look for the outside. This is what we think. Nothing wrong with getting in shape. Even right now, Pastor E getting in shape. I'm trying to get my 6-pack back. Well, I ain't going to get a 6-pack, but I'm going to try to get a 2-pack. But I'm going to try to get something. But I don't look like I used to look when I was 21. I ain't in shape like I used to be. I understand. So things I got to do to, do something. You, as a female, you don't look like you used to look. But guess what? A real person understands when they see stretch marks. Either you was somebody who was big, who got small, or you was somebody who was small, who got big. At the end of the day, this is what it is. I'm not paying attention to that. What I'm paying attention to, what's on the inside of you? The word tells us that God said, let us make man in our image. So he's talking about mankind. He's talking about you, me, male or female. It's in the image of God. What does that image look like? Grab your cell phone and take a picture. Now you just saw God. God is in the center. He's already on the inside of us. We pay attention to the gift wrappings. Don't pay attention to the gift wrappings. Inside is a Spirit of God. And that's right now is the gift. That's the gift. And that's the gift. A gift should bring pleasure and things to somebody. When you have a gift that makes you happy, grateful, if you're not making somebody happy or grateful, then your gift is not being played with. Oh, man. Your gift is not being used because you yourself are paying attention to your own gift wrappings. And we got to get rid of that. Stop looking at the outside and let's start working on you internally. It's what's on the inside of you. What does your character say? Once you have a character change, people will recognize you. They're not going to pay attention if you're a short hobbit. Now, they still might make jokes because we do that. We a little shallow and all that. But they'll be your friend. They're going to call you because they're going to you know what? He or she can answer this question for me. Stop paying attention to the outside of people. We're supposed to be lovers one to another. We got to love on each other. Some of this stuff on the social media, when we talking about each other and doing all that, man, we got to let that stuff go. We all got issues. All of us could be one thing wrong from being a meme, just like anybody else. I have people talking about me. I'm not even famous. But some people, oh, look at that dude, Pastor E. I know where his money go from the church and all that. Not knowing that, there ain't nothing I could do, but Pastor E already had this stuff. But they wouldn't know that. I can't even go back and forth with them. I just let them talk. Some people say, oh, he got a big head, or, his belly got big, or they just talk. People just talk because, they paying attention to the outside. But if they came to know Pastor E, they might know that, guess what? My inside, what's in me has shifted and changed. And Pastor E would be somebody who will help you. I'm not even a podcaster. I'm not any of this stuff because I mumble and all kinds of stuff. But here I am trying to help people. That's why you're watching right now. This is not something I would normally do. But now the gift inside of me, the spirit that's inside of me, has now overcome in the flesh. It's not all the way there because sometimes I still get in my flesh. But now I'm striving to operate more and be spirit-led because it's what's in the inside that counts, not the outside. So I'm commanding you guys from here on out. First, you start with yourself. Don't pay attention to the wrappings of the flesh. Don't pay attention to the outside appearance of who they are. Let's get to the inside of them. All right? So look, this is Pastor E. I'm out. Y'all make sure y'all like and share. It's not the gift wrappings, it's the gift. Your gift will bring pleasure, make room for you, for others. Deuces.